It's a perfect day to go racing, so let's not wait any longer. The Wiesmann GT leading car into the pit lane. Pole man Dimitri Engelbert on the left-hand side of the picture with Thomas Ackery alongside. They're looking ahead above the track to the gantry for the green light that says 2009 is go! And we're off. 20,000 horsepower banging down the main straight at Silverstone into turn one at Cops. Ackery's got the jump on Engelbert. The Audis have swapped places, I believe, and everybody else pretty much in grid order as they run down towards Maggots and Beckett's, and it isn't over yet. Engelbert comes straight back at Thomas Ackery, and through he goes, back into the lead. So the Audi's indefinitely in the wrong way round there, and Christopher Mees has got past Nicholas Armindo to take third place. But it's Morgan from pole position, leading the Hexis Aston Martin of Thomas Ackery, who we know from last year, very, very quick. One of several drivers in with a shout at the title by the time we got to the end of the season. And still in pretty much grid order, Walter Salles, number one. That is the Ford GT, and again, he did it all by himself, but look who he's collected. The Aston Martin of British GT champion James Gornall. The Marcus Gedlich has parked that Zach Speed Viper very firmly in the wall, just taken it over after the pit stops, and his race very short indeed. Johan Boris Shire taking over from the race leader. They came in with 2 seconds in hand. Pit lane's very busy, everybody else is in. I saw the two Audis in the background there. Thomas Ackery also coming in. He'll hand over to Julian Rodriguez. He was 2 seconds behind the Morgan, 2 seconds ahead of the 26 Audi, which is also in this lap. How will they fare? They have to take a minimum of 70 seconds from pit in to pit out. It's about a 22-second drive-through. It's the end of the day for the number 7 car. Claudio Ricci's taking it over, but he's not going any further. And that's the number 1 car, Salles to Much, but it's been in the wars as we saw. And that might be the end of the line for that. This might be the end of the line for Morgan as well. Pole and race leadership. But that Audi with Christopher Haas at the wheel is going so quickly. Haas, of course, you'll know from GT4 last year with the crossbows, a very accomplished driver, and he made that look so neat and tidy. Found room, found track position, and just made the pass at a place of his choosing. Didn't have to wait for a braking zone. So not so hot for Morgan. And this is Diego Alessi in the Corvette, holding up the Ford GT, and Tim Bergmeister in the Porsche behind him. The back end of that Corvette's all over the place. The tyres are shot. Florian Gribber on the grass there, forced wide because Alessi was watching the Porsche, and he ran the Ford GT out onto the grass. But in the corners, the back end of this Corvette is moving about all over the place, and I'd advise them to keep their distance. How long can Diego Alessi keep those two behind him with that Corvette? Oh, and that's a shame for Audi in the lead of their first race, and that looks like a wheel bearing problem. They're looking for vibration. That means Morgan, though, is back in front. So Johan Boris Shire goes back into the lead of this, and now he's just yards away from converting Morgan's first GT3 pole into its first GT3 win. How about that? Morgan takes the checkered flag at Silverstone.